Okay, I'm at the Addy Design Museum, and I think it starts in 1954 over here, and then goes year by year. I don't know if you can see those flags. Can you see those flags? Those flags. I'll show you what I think is interesting. I really like this fan. Of course, it's a bit exposed, but like the way it sits there, it's just quite cool. This chair seems to be the highlight of 1954. Break apart, you see. I've never seen this product before, like electric brush Hoover. That was the highlight of 1955. 1956 has pail with a spout. It's quite something, isn't it? Okay, the time is unfortunately incorrect, but I really like this one. This one's really cool. How do I get it? Probably can't buy these things anymore. Hey, this is interesting. The Olivetti. I didn't think that was didn't I forgot about that thing. But yeah, they used to make computers, didn't they? Huge fan of dish racks above the sink. Huge thing. There's some sort of system to do just that. Dismountable dish drainer. Okay, everyone knows the espresso machine, but look at the size of this little cooker. It's the same size as an espresso machine. What the hell? It's tiny. Like a little drill machine made by Olivetti, sorry. This furniture is interesting to me. Because can you just change this fabric? This looks just really easy to reupholster. Casina. Love it. It's cool that they cover typefaces. Vico, it never really registered with me that typeface or that product, whatever is Italian. This thing here, this microprocessor bioelectric data acquisition, this machine, psychological amplifier, and it's got a child just laying there. What the hell is that about? This is for you, Chinmay, this underwater instrument. What the hell is that? It's an underwater instrument. God knows what it is. Whoa, I love this stuff. A sound-absorbing panel clipper. It's a really simple design. It's a piece of cloth sort of folded in the middle. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is 2022. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I jumped a bit. It's supposed to be in 1984 right now. This took my eye. Oh man, that's great. Just a few pieces of plastic and some fabric. This Lola lamp has taken my eye. So simple. Like that could be an LED. I haven't shown you all the Olivettis, but there's been a few. Olivetti keeps on popping up. Oh, it's a heat pump from 1989. That's a heat pump? That's a heat pump? I'm glad to see this because I've always been fascinated by the dentist chair. It's quite something, isn't it? It's next level compared to a barber's chair. Steel cabinet, I think. But this light reflection thing, this thing's huge actually. I wonder if... It's interesting. Oh, I think I've seen this before. This Alessi coffee thing. Espresso machine. The design is pretty something else. Love it. This cooking hob is an interesting idea. It's an ordinary cooking hob, but there's a hinge behind it. You see, you can fold it up. Interesting, right? I thought this camping stove is quite innovative. I've never seen anything like that. I am a huge fan of when cutlery fits well with the pot or the plate. And this pasta plate, and this pasta pot really tickles my fancy here. I love it. I, I've always thought to myself, like, okay, air is so insulating, it's really good. So this one's an inflatable jacket. Interesting. And of course, Italian ice cream has its moment of design. Okay, from 2016 we have a concept mini ice cream thing here. They take ice cream quite seriously here, don't they? Another thing I like is this induction stove. Induction hob with integrated hood. Doesn't look very practical, really. I mean, all the fat's gonna get there. Oh, interesting concept, this radiator. Guess it's can be moved somewhat. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I just did the design museum and somehow managed to smack my fingers in the double door. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, this is the Thoughtworks office in a co-working space. Just visited it. Okie dokie, I'm in the Museum of Technology or something like that. Let's try this again, right? Mic on. So I'm greeted by this huge ass machine. It's a steam machine that produces electricity. It is huge. And this giant machine produces at top speed 342 kilowatts. You can actually see the coils here. Pretty impressive, really. Oh, this is good, this is good. The tin sardine. This Leonardo Da Vinci hygrometer is interesting. It's like a sponge on one side and a stone on another. I guess, depending on the moisture in the air, the sponge takes on the water? Actually, this is an ingenious design. It's just a piece of metal flap with like a wooden ruler. The ideal city according to Leonardo da Vinci, but like, come on, that's a health and safety hazard right there. So is that. It's crazy. It's quite interesting nonetheless. I actually had no idea that the Duomo was built from the Renaissance period over 5 centuries, but it makes sense. This is Leo's contribution, a bit rudimentary, really. This architecture, I guess, didn't quite get built. Interesting. Kind of like Star Warsy. Star Wars. This is the courtyard of the Technology Museum, and look, there's like a wall running through it. Extraordinary. Oh, great, I got to see The Last Supper. Didn't have the queue or anything. It's great. The blue spacesuit. How cool is that? It's funny how it's also in Cyrillic. When I think about this, it's very over-engineered, right? 2 to the power of 10, right? Isn't it? To select 26. What? That can't be right. Ah, I know what it is. It's only because you can only activate 2 at one time. There's 10 digits, but only 2 can be activated at one time. Okay, well, these phones are before my time, really. But these aren't. Is that the iPhone? It looks so small. Really? My iPhone's so much bigger. My goodness. Look how rudimentary this mixer is. But it looks kind of cool though. These kind of look like flowers. I've never seen them. This is a Pelton wheel. So water pushes these buckets, generates electricity. Oh, I love this stuff. Old trains, carriages, and maybe automobiles. These are huge. Wow. Wow. Okay. Coal. What? This is the burner, right? This is the boiler. Coal comes from here. I can't believe how big it is. Am I going crazy? That's like the biggest train I've ever seen. This also is a big boy. Is it this big? 4,400 kilowatts. MSC, legendary. I found this infographic for the Nobel Dynamite very interesting. The classic Gill Sands. I guess it's some gauge for the detonator. A slow running torpedo. Guess it's got to be slow for these two guys to get off. Goodness. For real, two people used to ride on that. Why two people? Oh, okay. They would drive the vehicle, place the charger, then go off again. Wow.